I've been coming to the park, of course, as I say, for over 60 years. And I didn't really know until just recently that there was such a thing as the Poets' Corner. And in fact, there wasn't such a thing as a Poets' Corner within the last couple of years because it fell into disuse and nobody knew where it was. But the new Poets' Corner, which is up here, up there to the left, is a delight. It's a quiet place. I hope it won't become too crowded a place, but it is a wonderful place.
Come, inspiration, from thy hermit seat, by mortals seldom found. May fancy dare from thy fixed serious face and raptured glance, shot on surrounding heaven, to steal one look, creative of the poet, every power exalting to an ecstasy of soul. O veil of bliss, O softly swelling hills, on which the power of cultivation lies, and joys to see the wonders of his toil.
He was a renowned naturalist and ornithologist, was a founding member of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, a novelist, and an acclaimed and prolific natural history writer and commentator. He was respected by renowned writers, naturalists, journalists, many readers of his books, and nature lovers. Any similarities to a well-known naturalist sitting behind me are purely coincidental. I soon found that if I refused to whistle as long as an ear pointed back at me, it would at last go forward once more to assist the other. And when this happened, and I then whistled again, the one ear, always the left ear, was instantly thrown back again, the other always keeping steadily on the wood. This way. What a way to spend an evening.
Crystals and stars hung from the trees, and nuns and deer sprang from my way. How strangely companied I was in all that Monday space and time, but nuns and deer. A keen frost and a grey hanging fog have numbed and silenced all life within the park. Not a sound trembles through the heavy air.
All the earth and air with thy voice is loud, as when night is bare. From one lonely cloud the moon rains out her beams, and heaven is overflowed. What thou art, we know not. What is most like thee? From rainbow clouds there flow not drops so bright to see, as from thy presence showers a rain of melody. Better than all measures of delightful sound, better than all treasures that in books are found, thy skill to poet were, thou scorner of the ground. Although we can't, I'm afraid, claim Shelley as a local boy, he did attend Syon House Academy just down the road in Brentford, which, however, he described as a prison. We like to think that the young Shelley strolled in Richmond Park when he had a temporary release from that prison and was inspired by the skylarks that nested there over 200 years ago and still nest there.
Live thy life, young and old, like yon oak, bright in spring, living gold. Summer rich then, and then autumn changed, soberer-hued gold again. All his leaves fallen at length, look, he stands, trunk and bough, naked strength.
Later, after it has got its girl, it will sup at the oak tree's sappy delights. In the wake of its whirring, something stays, like the ghost of a smile imprinting the air, with an echo that outflanks the passing days and lays time's clockwork contrivances bare.
This short poem is a tribute to the billions of tiny, unheralded heroes so essential to the wildlife in Richmond Park. Insects. So merrily they spend their summer day, now in the cornfields, now in the new mown hay. One almost fancies that such happy things, with coloured hoods and richly burnished wings, are fairy folk in splendid masquerade.
Soon after Tennyson left Twickenham to escape the intrusiveness of the railway and the stink of the cabbages, he wrote one of his most famous poems, The Brook. I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever.
Over 100 years after the park's enclosure, hunting was still enjoyed by royalty and politicians. Prime Minister Sir Robert Walpole would hunt with King George II. But the natives of Richmond, not allowed access to the park, were getting restless. In 1758, it happened here. John Lewis was a brewer from Petersham, defying King George's daughter, Amelia, who closed the gates to all except her chums. Lewis, unheard of, took the Crown to court and based his case on existing rights of way. Since the justice harboured similar thoughts, Lewis it was who carried the day. Let's praise this warden of our free estate, who lost his wealth but saved this jewel for you. Let's hope that Peter, manning the final gate, recognised the brewer and let him through.
I hoped that through her first long day her hand would seek the conquer out. Deep in her pocket, her thumb would find its perfect smoothness.
For those of you who are inspired by these poems, to learn more about Richmond Park, its history, buildings, ecology and wildlife, we can recommend the excellent Guide to Richmond Park with a foreword by Sir David Attenborough, on sale today, and all proceeds to the friends and their projects in the park. So this is Richmond Park Stories by Peter Wone. Between the high hollyhocks at Pembroke Lodge, among the azaleas, a boy clambers. The waning light of a languid summer's day picks out the yellow marigolds in the border by the roses. Eyes darting, he sees a cluster of delicate dandelions and plucks one. She twirls some more on weary feet, then the spell is snapped as she hears a voice. Miss Darcy, come down, it's time to eat.
You don't fool me, you orange-breasted Buddha with your harpoon kiss, pirate monk in meditation on your willow twig, bobbing like a boat upon a sea of winter air, watching snowflakes melting in the stream. I too can be tranquil if it means I come to know tranquility's reward. Tranquil on your willow twig, orange-breasted Buddha, meditating quietly with your Rolls-Royce killer brain, thinking minnow, dreaming Moby Dick.
This poem is called A Dream of Richmond Park. It has a little refrain which touches on a sort of leitmotif remark of the Friends of Richmond Park about treading lightly in the park. Your feet go light on the ground in your waking dream of the park, as if you were lost in green, as if you could somehow tread but leave no mark. Imagine it under rain when everything slips to blur. In sunlight or snowlight, imagine darkness coming in or darkness lifting. Imagine your feet light on the ground as in a waking dream, and the park now boundless, where you fail to find yourself, go trackless in trackless green.
When Britain first at heaven's command arose from out the azure main, this was the charter of the land, and guardian angels sang this strain. Rule Britannia, rule the waves, Britons never will be slaves.
With matchless beauty crowned and manly hearts go guard the fair. Rule Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never will be slaves.
Rule Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never will be slaves.
The Friends do what they can to help this wonderful park, which is marvellously administered in my view. It is a miracle that you can drive through the park, it seems to me, or even walk through the park and see the City of London, those strange towers just over there. Astonishing that we have this fantastic facility alongside us. So I'm just here to say, first of all, thank you to all our speakers. Thank you for coming, and thank you to the Friends for doing what they do so effectively for this wonderful facility that so many of us treasure. Thank you.